Okay, Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to all of you. All right, so now the time is 2 and 5 minutes. Okay, supposedly we have another seven student, yeah? Okay, because now only 20. Okay, but it doesn't matter. So I don't want to waste our time. Okay, so now I want to share with you the slide um, for this session. All right. Okay, um, so today I want to discuss with you about software architecture. Okay, supposedly this software architecture I present last week. Okay, but then just because of this topic is very important, so that I think that I need to explain it direct to you lah, because of this is very important part, because of after you finish software quality assurance plan SQAP, and then you need to elaborate more to explain about the quality architecture. Okay. All right. Okay. Basically, for this slide, actually, I'm taking Carnegie Mellon slide presentation, so it's not from me. So that is why certain part I try to make it to adapt adopt to for your project. Yeah? Because supposedly this slide presentation it contain 100 until, if I'm not mistaken, until 200 presentation and slide presentation. So that is why it become 51 only for the presentation slide. Okay. Okay. And what I want to explain first, okay, this is actually redundant explanation with our presentation for SQA. For the SQA, okay, but it doesn't matter. Just recap back, okay, what we have done, and also try to implement in the quality design. Yeah? Quality design and architecture is something. Design and architecture is something that related. Okay, related each other, because when we design it, actually we form architecture for the project. Yeah. Okay, as an introduction, as we discussed previously, okay, of course, when we do development, there are maybe multi-version and multi-person. Okay, and then multi-version is because of there is changes happen. That is why we have multi-version. Okay, for the multi-person, I believe when we do development, okay, we involve with more than one person. So that is why multi-person. So, as they said, they highlight here, if we were just building a single system all by ourselves, okay, that was never going to change. All we would need is programming. Yeah, so that is their highlight lah, because that is why we need to have multi-version and multi-person. Kalau tak, kita hanya ada, dia tak perlu berubah pun, just ada programming only. Okay, so that is what they highlight. Okay, so about the multi-person, multi-person, of course, when we do development, although we are not in same room, maybe same building, Okay, sekejap, ada yang baru nak masuk. Okay. Okay, team maybe working in the same room. or maybe not in the same room, maybe in the same building. Okay, not in the same building, maybe same country, or maybe same planet. Okay, so that is a team. Yeah, so that is multi-person. When we do have more than one, so we need to manage. Okay, this multi-person, how we work okay, together to make the system or to develop maybe a website or system or application in parallel way. Yeah? Okay, so that is why we need to have certain maybe good okay in term of communication between all the multi-person that we have. Okay. And then about the multi-version, as I said just now, because of we need to change, we need to improve, we need to do something new, we need to add something new, for example. So that is multi-version. So when we talk about the multi-version, that is why when we do the application, we should provide um, application or website that can make change easier, all right, or maybe what we develop, we need to make sure that the development okay provide with the program easier to understand. Okay, or maybe for the program okay less contain errors, or maybe easier to test. All right, so that is why we need to manage that okay in a proper way. So when we keep on changing, of course there is a version involvement okay when we develop. Okay, sekejap ya. Okay, sorry. Okay, lagi dua orang Okay, sorry. All right. So to manage, okay, this multi version, of course, we that is involved the structure. That's why they say that they argue that structures matters. Okay, to make it more easier to understand, and so on. Yeah. All right. So here, that is why involved with managing the change. Okay, managing the change. Okay, because of easier, because we want to change, we keep on change the thing because of new technology, maybe new requirement, and so on. All right, and what they said that okay, maintenance is very expensive. Yeah? When it come to the maintenance, it's very expensive. Okay, so that is why we need to plan and design proper. Okay. And then here is about they highlight for the high quality. So this one also we already covered previously by using Metcom model. Remember, okay, the Metcom model, and then the quality involvement. We call it sometime as a quality factor or maybe quality attribute, or sometimes we call it as non-functional. Non-functional. So that is the same thing, which is quality for the quality. Okey, nanti ada baru nak masuk juga. Okey. Oh, alright. Wait, ada lagi? Hmm. Okay, so that is about quality. Okay, so next. Okay, so these are actually the example for the quality attribute as I mentioned previously. Although you already developed the system, sometimes there is a system but then not quality. Because, for example, here for the functionality, maybe you provide the functionality, but maybe when come to the downloading, it take longer time, for example. Or maybe when you develop the website or the application, maybe yeah, there is availability, but then okay, your application maybe allow hackers to break in, or maybe the data that you use can be still, okay, by other person, okay, stolen by maybe other person. So that is not quality also, yeah. Although you can provide, you can do, okay, without having any problem. Okay, so that is the quality. All right. So that is why they highlight nobody will want to use it if, let's say, there is a problem, and nobody will buy it. Okay. If, let's say, that not according to the quality that the user wants. Okay. And here, what they highlight here. Okay, so if we accept important quality attribute, we need to understand how to specify them. Okay, all right, so this is the detail about the quality lah. Okay, that's why we need the quality involvement in our development. Yeah. Okay, so this is the motivation for the quality, which is here recognition of the importance of quality attribute, which is increasing the time to market, and this time to market is actually very critical. Okay, what is that? Okay, software architecture. Mm, all right, so this one only motivation lah. Okay, you can relate with whatever quality that you have, okay, in your project. Yeah. All right. Okay, so this is important, yeah, about the structure, because of when we talk about the architecture, of course, involve the structure. Okay, because of, let's say, you having only a line. Okay, so when we read a line, so what is that? So no information, no information. But then when come to the architecture, supposedly there is a combination of several object, or maybe several pieces of object, okay, and then it relate each other. All right, so that is architecture. Okay, it means what that architecture should be meaningful, and they provide information. Okay, so here, for example, when you look into the diagram that we provide here, for example, you have IPC2, and which is RJ47. This is actually the fiber. Okay, and then that something that, although we are not in this area, we can say that, okay, for this remote control, which with the ID IPC2, okay, there is a link, there is a control room for RJ45. Okay, and this RJ45, there is a logic control and also pulse control in that, in this system, in this system. And there is a main control cabinet here, which provide with the contractor cabinet, PSM module, and so forth. Okay, so that is how actually the structure look. Okay, and then it should be meaningful to the person that read, okay, this structure. Okay, if let's say that no structure, for example, you only have a line, okay, only a line, and that is not meaningful. Okay, what the lines for? So we don't know. All right. So structure, it should have the pieces, which is that pieces maybe is an object that involved, okay, in that diagram. All right, and each one responsibilities. Okay, and it means that there is a role, okay, in the structure, and how the pieces work together. So how actually they are, how they're responsible for that software, or not software, the diagram, or maybe the structure, the architecture. Okay, so that is a structure. Okay, so to me, all of you already involved, okay, in the software architecture, which is when actually you involve in the architecture, when you design, okay, your system, when you design your application. So that is a software architecture. Okay, of course, they highlight just now, there is a role, there is a responsible. Okay, there is a role for what actually that object used for. Okay, so example here, we look into this example. Okay, Right. Hold on. Okay. Is it support or not? Uh, and okay, if let's say that is unstructured, if let's say that you provide with example just now, only a line. Okay, there is what rule for that line? So nothing, right? So that is it means that it's not good lah. I mean, it's not a structure. So if say that that is a structured, it should be have a role. Should be have a role. Okay, that is what actually they want to highlight here for the role. Yeah? All right, so it means, okay, for the definition, this definition actually come from Addison Wesley books, okay, and then written by Bass L, and then Clement, and then Kasman, yeah. All right, the name of the book is Software Architecture in Practice. Okay, so according to them, okay, software architecture is a structure or structures of a system, okay, which comprise software elements, okay, the external visible properties of elements and relationship among them. Okay, so that this is the definition for the software architecture. All right. Okay, and then the rest you need to read lah by your own. Yeah. All right, and then as I said, if let's say that you only have one line, so it's not meaningful. There is no structure at all. All right, so it means here when we talk about structure, that structure, the characteristic of structure should be plural. Plural, it means that you, okay, for example, you have a box. Okay, maybe if let's say that a single box, okay, so it not meaningful. But then if I say that you have more than one box, okay, and then there is a relationship between all the boxes. Okay, so now, okay, it when the combination of the box, there is a meaning, there is a mean for the relationship. Okay, so there is a structure involvement there. Okay, not only that, you should supposedly you need to have what actually the relationship between all of them. All right, for example, okay, so there is a relationship here between all the boxes. Yeah. All right, so this is, we call it as structure. That's why they highlight here the characteristic for the structure should be plural. Okay. All right, so example, the relationship, send data to, invokes, okay, and then signals, process, and so forth. Okay, so that is about the architecture of uh, of the something that we highlight here. All right, so here, okay, when we design, okay, for the architecture by using example this diagram, okay, that is why are this module, object, classes, process, okay, function, code, or what actually? So please highlight here. So we have example. Okay, is there any example? Okay, yeah, we go to the example. But before that, okay, what they highlight here? Okay, they highlight that architecture, you use the architecture as a tool. Tool for what? To make, okay, the reader to understand more, okay, by using the diagram. Yeah. So architecture provide a common language in which the architect can communicate with the stakeholder, and stakeholders can communicate with each other. So this happen when negotiating requirement with user and other stakeholder, and keeping the customer informed of progress and cost. All right, or maybe implementing management decision, okay, and allocation. Yeah? And then last one is to inform stakeholder about design decision and trade-off. All right, so this is actually the tool. Okay, so architecture, the architecture that we design, that you design, okay, as a tool to make all the person involved in development understand, okay, what are you design, or maybe what are you develop later. All right. So when we talk about the structure, of course, here it relate with the views. Actually, what actually relate the relation between the views? Because actually, it's something like this. Let's say you design for the structure, you design for the architecture. Okay, who are going to view your document, or who are going to view your structure? Okay, so because of, if let's say that you really design about the code, okay, design about the code, maybe, okay, the user that use or that read, okay, your document, your diagram, they won't understand. Okay, that is why you need to consider who are going to view, okay, that document. Okay, that's so that, okay, it make, okay, or let them understand more. Bukannya kita just nak suka-suka sahaja. So it means that we support with this diagram all the architecture to support, to make it, to simplify whatever we want to develop. Alright, so that is about the view. Alright, this one you will need to read lah. Okay, so it means that structure is an actual set of architecture elements as they exist in software or hardware. For the views is a representation of a coherent set of architectural element, and as written by and read by system stakeholders. Okay, it means that who are going to view that structure lah. Okay, so a view represents a set of element and the relationship between those element. Okay, sekejap ya. Okay, so next. All right, example. Okay, example, if you refer to this diagram. Okay, so this is, okay, we as a viewer, we as a viewer. So we view, okay, this diagram. What diagram is this? Ya, mungkin orang akan cakap, okay, ini jet, okay, aircraft, okay, so whatever. So we name it. Okay, so but then if let's say that we are the one that provide, okay, this view, it means this view, it depends on who actually what our role, okay, in this view. If let's say that we are as a user, so we believe that, okay, this is a view for aircraft, or maybe jet. Okay, so that is our part. But then if let's say that you as maybe the designer, maybe you design this view for to let, okay, the user know that, okay, how it looks, okay, the design of the end product later. But then this is one of the view also. So same goes to you when you provide with when you want to develop the project. Okay, maybe that's why you need to design, right? You need to design the how the what how the interface look. Okay, so that is architecture also. Okay, just sekejap. All right, so now this is the first view that we have. Okay, and then the second view, okay, when we go in deep, it means that, okay, they provide with this kind of view, which is this view actually show about the module. Okay, what module that we have for the jet or the aircraft just now. So that aircraft, they have three module. For example, the first one is hardware hiding module, behavior hiding module, and software decision hiding module. So there are three module that they have. Okay, and then each of them, they have their own, each module, they have their own special module, okay, sub module. Okay, so this is about the layer view layer for the module, module layer. All right, okay, and then after that, we go deep into data flow. This is data flow view. Okay, so for the data flow, so we have, the value, the store value, okay, the census value, calculated real world value, and so forth. All right, so this is about the data flow, how the flow of the data. Okay, and then next, okay, about the layer view. Okay, the layer view, they have the function drivers, and then what the what the services that they provide, shared services, and then the system utility. So all is actually architecture, the architecture about the about the aircraft. All right, so we deep into detail. To me, it's similar to all of you what you develop. For example, when you develop, maybe for the first part you are providing interface design. After interface design, you'd go in depth. Okay, maybe the function design, and then function design, maybe data flow design. Okay, something like that. So this is the architecture. All right. So here, actually, the detail here is about the aircraft. So they have module structure, they have component and connector structures, okay, and allocation structures. So maybe one of it's a bit similar to all of you, something that you have. So you can adapt and adopt with which part that similar to your project. Yeah. All right. So there are several structure lah. Okay. So here is okay. Sorry, this one missing. Missing the title here. I couldn't remember what actually the missing. Okay. So here is the architecture or the architecture structure. Okay. So what you need to know is now um, about your the architecture for the quality, for your quality, because I believe, as I highlight previously, you need to choose quality and implement the quality in your project. So now please, I hope that all of you already have your own quality for your project. Okay, please understand, please in the document, please define, okay, your definition for the quality, how you get the definition, and then please you know about detail about your quality, quality attribute, okay, which part that quality attribute that you focus on. Okay, and then to understand, okay, architecture requirement here that you need to have, for example, the quality attribute, and then the quality attribute scenario, and then the quality requirement elicitation and capture. This one actually to understand about your quality. All right. Okay. So here is to elaborate about your quality. For example, when you ask your user, and then they hope that, okay, your application run very fast, for example, but then you need to know how fast. Okay, how you define about the fast. To me here, fast, if I say that you are a quality assurance person, okay, fast, okay, actually relate to the performance. Relate to the performance. So you need to know, okay, when they want to have a fast, means that you cater for the performance. Okay, so for the performance, how fast that they expect, okay, for that quality. Okay, how fast? So ask them how fast that they really want. Okay, and then after that, okay, after they told you about fast, okay, and then you need to know about the measure, about how to measure. Okay, please, to me, when you want to implement about the measurement, I believe not of course you still new in this quality. To me, please get the matrix from any papers, any maybe any sources that you get. Okay, don't only just put, okay, how to calculate, how to measure. Please do citation for that calculation. Please do citation for the reference. Okay, I hope you provide with that citation. If not, I will deduct your mark. Yeah. Okay, so I hope that you clear enough for the quality that you want to focus on, okay, in your project. Okay, so now when you talk about the quality, you need to know how to measure. So please get the formula, the formula gets from something that easy for you to measure. All right. Okay, so that is run very fast. And if let's say that, okay, your user, your customer want to have very secure. So how secure that they want? Because of when we talk about them secure, uh, sometimes the secure because of we really provide with a secure application or maybe secure system. Sometimes it make, okay, your user feel really sick with your system. Okay, for example, okay, as previous I have experienced before, just because of I really afraid of attacking by the virus. I install, okay, virus I mean for virus protection. Yeah? And then after that, just because of to secure my work, okay, and then that system that software keep on asking me whether I need to proceed or not. And so because I really need to do that work very fast, when come to the secure part, when keep on asking about whether are you sure you want to are you sure, are you sure, and that it make me really sick with that process. So it means here you need to know, okay, about this. When you provide with the security, you ask them how secure that they use, how secure that they expect, okay, from you. Okay, so you need to, that's why you need to elaborate by certain scenario. You need to provide with a scenario to make sure that you're not lack with the information, lack of understanding from your user. So here is about the secure and easy. For example, how easy? Okay, easy, it's very general terms. Okay, for example, here easy for maybe maybe for the payment. So even for the payment, easy to pay. But then if let's say that very easy also, sometimes it affect, okay, difficulties also, because we don't want to everybody can pay like that and just pay like that. So that is why the easy, how easy is that they want. Yeah. So and then how you measure the easiness, okay, for that easiness. Okay, so that is about easy. So this one only example for the quality that they want from the project that you develop. Okay, as conclusion here is not conclusion for all, actually conclusion for the quality that you have. Okay, just naming a quality attribute, okay, that you have. Then please more specific, okay, to make sure that it's not wrongly or maybe wrongly interpreted by you, and also it make it clear to understand what the user really wants. So here, that is why, as I said just now, you need to provide with certain scenario to make sure that that quality attribute really suit with that scenario. Okay, so so what is scenario? Okay, to me, all of you already done it. Okay, the scenario is actually a little story, and it is described about the interaction between the stakeholder and the system, because of you provide a system to your maybe user, to your, yes, I mean a stakeholder. Yeah, all right, so you need to provide a scenario. Okay, and here they highlight that a use case is a kind of scenario. Yeah? So, for example, here user push this button, okay, and then this result occurs. Okay, so that is scenario. Okay, all right. Okay, when you want to describe about the scenarios, I believe when you describe previously, you never highlight with I mean that certain element that you need to provide. So you just You just create the scenario, but then it's supposedly according to the Carnegie Mellon's, to mention, to highlight the scenario, you need to provide with the six parts, okay, in the scenario. Okay, it means you need to have source, stimulus, okay, sorry, for the source, what source actually it come from, okay, it means the entity that generate the stimulus, okay, and then what is, you need to have stimulus, which is stimulus is a condition that affect the system, again, then you need to have artifact, okay, and then environment, and then respond and respond measure. So this six part you need to put under quality scenario. Please make sure that when you describe the thing, please provide this six part in your explanation. Okay. All right, so this is the description of all of the scenario. So here, source of stimulus is actually maybe the entity. So what is the entity? Maybe a human, maybe a computer system, or maybe the actuators. Okay, and then you have stimulus. Okay, the stimulus is a condition. Okay, require response when it's arrived at the system. Yeah? All right, so this is about the stimulus. Okay, for the environment, okay, environment, of course, you provide the condition. Okay, okay, and then the artifact. Okay, so artifact is actually a collection of system, or maybe the system, the whole system, or maybe some piece or pieces of it. Okay, that is artifact. And then response. Okay, the response is the activity, okay, undertaken as a result of arrival of stimulus. And last one is about the measure. So measure, to me, you should provide with maybe number, okay, or maybe something that you can calculate. Yeah, for example, maybe time, okay, numbers, okay, yeah, something like that. Okay, I give you example. So example, okay, here is the first example. If I'm not mistaken, we have three example. All right. Okay, an unanticipated external message is received, okay, by a process during normal operation. Okay, so the process inform the operator of the message received. Okay, and then system continues to operate with no downtime. Okay, so it means that from here, what I expect later, when you describe the scenario in this paragraph, you need to provide this six part. Okay, please. The combination should be in you have this six part, which is you have source, you have stimulus, you have artifact, environment, response, and response measure. Okay, for example, in this paragraph, okay, what is the source? Actually, the source is actually come from the external source. Okay, and then stimulus, the stimulus actually unanticipated, okay, message. Unanticipated message. Okay, and what artifact involved here? Okay, the artifact is actually the process. The environment, what environment for the process during the normal operation. Okay, and then environment, sorry, the response, okay, for the response, the system can continues to operate, still continue, and then how you measure? Okay, measure, it means that if no downtime, okay, and then that's it. So that is the response measure. Okay, the second part, the second example. Okay, so this is, to me, is not, to me, is not good in terms of explanation. It's not good in terms of explanation because of um, it will in affect to the ambiguous, okay, explanation. For example, here they highlight is during maintenance, a change is made to the system rule engine. The change is completed in 1 day. All right. So source requester of the change. Okay. So there is no highlighted here. Okay. Supposedly, please put the requester of the change. Okay. This requester. For example, if the who actually requests, okay, during maintenance, okay, a change is made. okay, to the system rule engine. Okay, for example, like that. Yeah. So you please put source requester of the change. Okay, and then stimulus here, the change is made. Okay, and then the artifact is rule based. Okay, and then environment. Okay, during maintenance. Okay, respond, change is completed. Okay, and then respond measure in 1 day. All right, so number, you have a number here. All right, so okay, you need to put 6 element when you provide scenario. Yeah. So this scenario for modifiability. Yeah? Okay, and that scenario for security. Okay, security. For example, they said about the during peak operation, and an unauthorized intruder tries to download prohibited data via the system administrator's interface. So the system detects the attempt, block access, and notifies authorities within 15 seconds. All right. So the source here, the source actually the unauthorized intruder. Okay. And then the stimulus, okay, they try to download prohibited data. What artifact? Artifact to the administrator interface. Environment during the peak operation. The response, okay, the attempt is detected, blocked, and reported. So this one, these three, the response. Eh? So how you measure? Within, okay, 15 seconds. So within 50 seconds, okay, this happened. Okay, so this is scenario for security. All right, so that is all about the scenario. We have three example for scenario. The quality scenario for your quality, and because of scenario for maybe previously you provide with scenario for your function, for function, but now this is the scenario for your quality. Okay, because we highlight the scenario for the you want to have the quality, right? So please highlight how quality is that, how that's why you need to provide with scenario to highlight how it works. Yeah. Okay. All right. So bear in your mind, when you provide with a scenario, it's not only one scenario. For example, when you want to provide for the performance, not only one, but then maybe you can match with example you that performance actually for transaction, for example. So maybe for the transaction, maybe it involves the minimum, maximum, or average. Okay, or maybe when the performance you want to measure in terms of loading. So loading maybe load in terms of maybe the peak time or maybe peak loading or maybe normal loading. All right, normal environment. Yeah. All right, so you need to have more than one scenario. Okay, not only one. Yeah. And then for the latency for the transaction, okay, minimum, maximum, and also average lah. But then for the security, maybe you can provide with the security. Example, you have denial of service, unauthorized access, or non-reputability. All right, so this one under security. Okay, for the modifiability, okay, they provide, we hear so many modifiability. For example, maybe for the modify, maybe scenario when you want to add new function, correction the bug, okay, change platform, or maybe want to change the behavior, and then maybe replace component, okay, with another component, okay, and so forth. All right, so this is the scenario for modifiability. Okay, all right, understand? All right, so when you provide with the scenario, actually, when you want to provide, you want to let your stakeholder understand about what actually you design, your architecture. Okay, but then please bear in your mind when you provide with that kind of structure or architecture, you need to understand the varieties of concern, the varieties of concern, because of each of them they have their own interest, or they have their own concern for that project. So example, okay, for example, when you involve with organization, which is that organization, they involve with the management, and management for that organization, normally their aim, they wants to have low cost, they wants to keep people employed, okay, and then they wants to leveraging the existing corporate asset, they don't want to spend more, okay, just use whatever they have, okay, so that is their aim. All right. And then when you involve or deal with marketing, okay, normally their concern is they want to have features, which is neat features, okay, and then something that time to market in the short, in term of in term of number, yeah, and I mean that the time, short time, okay, and then should be low cost, and then your product should compete, can compete the other product, okay, so that is in term of marketing. So when you deal with the marketing, so you need to know, okay, what actually they are concerned. And of course, when end user, okay, bear in your mind when you deal with the end user, okay, normally they wants to, they're concerned normally for behavior. So the system behavior, how the behavior of the system, okay, how the performance, how is it secure, is it reliable, or is it easy to be used or not, okay, so that is the end user. And then for the maintenance, who are going to maintain later for the system, is it can be modified easy or not. Okay, so that is their concern. And last one is about the customer. The customer, of course, they want to have low cost, the timely delivery, okay, and then will not change very often, okay, because maybe they wants to use it, okay, without any disrupted by other person, okay, because of you need to change and so on. All right, because they want to change, normally macam itulah manusia. Okay, so you, if let's say that you involve the architecture, you as the architect, okay, you need to cater these all these yeah, at least 5%, this 5%, so that's why you need to make it, okay, your architecture easier, and then let them understand, okay, about what you have done. All right, so bear in your mind, okay, in this, okay, in this project, or in this course, I'm using tactics the most, okay, as compared that pattern and style. Actually, maybe previously you're already familiar with the patterns, style, okay, techniques, and so on. But here I highlight here as a tactic, because as I believe I just want to cater with a small scale project, small scale project. All right, so that is why I'm using tactics, okay, the most, okay, in our session. Okay, so actually this tactic, we call it as strategy also, but here is the technical terms that use is tactics. Okay, they said that style, pattern, tactic represent conceptual tools in architects' tool bag. Okay, so how the tactics look? Okay, hold on. Okay, so this is the look of the tactics. Okay, the tactics to control respond. Okay, so this tactic we call it as fine grain design, and this fine grain design, because just now you provide with all the scenario, right? All the scenario, and you have the stimulus, you have the response. Okay, as I believe, okay, there is a more strategy, okay, more strategy, more tactics to cater that kind of issue or maybe problem that you provide. Okay, So for example here for the availability, for example, you have fault occur. When stimulus fault occur, so what are you going to give for it? What tactics that, what strategy that you are going to control for the availability? Okay, maybe here you fault mask or maybe you repair. You do repair. All right, so that is your strategy. Okay. And then maybe when the fault detection, when you detect the fault, okay, maybe you have the what your tactics are. Maybe you provide with the ping, or maybe you provide with the echo, okay, or maybe by using the heartbeat, okay, to means that you already detect the fault, okay, by using heartbeat, okay, or maybe you provide with the exception. Okay, so to me exception is a normal. Okay, you provide with a warning, right? We provide with the message, okay, message, okay, to let, okay, the user know, okay, the fault, okay, occur, something that wrong. Okay, so this is the in term of availability. All right, so that is your strategy. So here, how, what strategy, what type of strategy that you are going to be use, you going to use, okay, in our, in your application, or you, in your project, yeah, I mean that your module lah, yeah. Okay, or maybe fault recovery. How you recover for the fault? Maybe by using voting, maybe active redundancy, passive redundancy, or maybe spare. Okay, so these are the way of fault recovery. Okay, so here are the tactics. Okay, and maybe the fault recovery and reintroduction. So maybe you provide with a shadow operation. Maybe you provide with the state resynchronization, or maybe you have checkpoint or rollback. Okay, so this is about how the strategy or tactics for fault recovery and reintroduction. Okay, and then you may have also fault prevention, how to prevent fault. How to prevent? Maybe you use removal from service. You remove, take it out, okay, to make sure that, okay, it won't be happen again. To make sure other person maybe won't successful later. All right, so you take it out from the system, or maybe you provide the transaction. Okay, so the transaction here is maybe to prevent data from being affected. Okay, and prevent simultaneous access to data by concurrent thread. Yeah? And then maybe the process monitor. Okay, you monitor the process. Or maybe to prevent also you do the re-instantiate, okay, new process, okay, in their place. Yeah. So this is how you do the fault prevention to make sure that, okay, that system can smoothly, yeah, available, okay, to the system. Yeah. All right. So it means, okay, when we talk about the availability, okay, please put all the tactics that you have for each of the stimulus that you have, okay, accordingly. Okay, for example, if let's say that fault, you have fault. If let's say that fault, when you want to detect this, detect the fault, maybe the tactic for to detect is by using ping echo, heartbeat, or maybe exception. So which tactics that you are going to choose? Okay, for the recovery, how you recover for the fault, maybe by using voting and so forth. Okay, to fault recovery and reintroduction. Okay, how? Okay, give the tactics, give the your strategy. I mean the strategy that you are going to cater for the fault recovery, and then prevent. How you are going to prevent? Okay, so and then this one is actually only one, fault. Only one. It's very general, but inside the detail, you please put under the fine grain of the availability. This model, yeah. All right. So this is availability tactics. Okay. All right. So I think we almost finished. We almost done. Okay, for the architecture. Okay. So here it means that when we discuss about this topic, what we already discussed is about software architecture, and we use this architecture as a tool for communication with stakeholder to make it more understandable, because by using the diagram and so on, so make it easier to understand the flow and so on. Okay, and then we discuss about the structure as I highlight just now. Okay, the structure should be a set of architectural element, cannot be only single. For example, only a line. No, we cannot, because of it won't make any information for the diagram. But then it's supposedly plural and also a set of elements. Okay. And then view. Okay, to provide the architecture, you need to know who are going to view that software architecture, that design, that diagram. Okay, you need to understand in terms of who are going to view, okay, that diagram. All right, and then to make them understand, you need to have scenario to provide more detail about quality that you want to provide. For example, scenario during the peak time or maybe the normal time. So you give the scenario, and to detail it out, to explain about scenario, okay, you should have tactics. Okay, tactics is a certain strategy what you are going to do if let's say that that yeah, happen, okay, happen to that scenario. All right, so that is about the tactics. So I think that's all for this session. Okay, so this is very important because after you finish design the quality, you need to design for the quality that you have, each of them. Okay, not only one, because of as we said just now, okay, the scenario should be more than one, more than one. Okay, all right. Okay, any question? Ada tak soalan?
Tiada, madam.
Tak ada.
Ada madam.
Okay, so yeah, maybe because of you not yet not yet do or involve, okay, in development, maybe during the development, because after this you need to do for the architecture. Okay, maybe later you have that experience, maybe you have that question lah. All right, if let's say that no question, okay, because I forgot to put the attendant QR for the attendant. Hold on, yeah. So I stop sharing this one first. Okay, and then okay, hold on. I want to share with you. Oh, supposedly I can. Sekejap ya, saya terlupa. Okay, kita ada. I should share this one. All right, so I think. Okay, sorry. Okay, so please scan this attendance. Scan this attendance. I give you 5 minutes to scan this attendance. Okay, regarding the what the SQAP, I couldn't remember. Supposedly today, right? The last date to submit, is it?
Yes,
Betul,
madam.
madam.
Okay, just because of one of them asked me to extend. Okay, I won't extend longer time, but I will extend it tomorrow, tomorrow before 12 a.m. Yeah. All right. So I will provide a link because not yet ready for the link. Okay, after this I will prepare for the link for the submission lah. All right. Okay, so you can review back if let's say that you have something to change. Okay, please change it accordingly. Okay, and then I think that's it lah. All right. Okay, all right. So see you tomorrow. Who are actually that having what the lab session tomorrow. Okay, and then maybe tomorrow I will provide you question um for the what for the architecture for the architecture part. All right, so I think that's all. If let's say that you don't have any question, I think that's all. So this session dismissed.
Thank you, madam.
Thank
Okay,
you,
welcome.
madam.
Thank
Okay,
you, madam.
welcome.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, welcome.